Dun dun dun. The e-reader. We're gonna talk about it. Can you handle it? Can you handle this? ArielBissett just made a video talking about why she likes e-readers and what she thinks about them. So I decided that I would make a video response telling you why I love my e-reader. Before I got a Kindle, I was very pro-book. I saw e-reader commercials like the Kindle and the Nook, and I was just like, psh, who would get that? That's so dumb. It's just a waste of money. No one needs that. No one needs that. What is that? Stupid. Stupid, stupid. But then my mom got me my lovely Kindle for Christmas, and I'm a changed woman. She got me this pretty cover too. It's leather and it's so pretty. I love it so much. You know, I got my Kindle and I was very apprehensive about it. I wasn't quite sure how I was going to like it. When I first got my Kindle, I was like, let's look at books. I want to look at what books I can buy. So I started to look through the Kindle store and noticed that I wasn't looking at covers, because you can't really look at covers when you're just searching for books. It was a change of shopping for me. You know, I go to bookstores and I kind of just walk around fiction or non-fiction sections and I'm like, oh, this looks pretty. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. But instead I was looking at books that had high ratings, books that were on bestseller lists, books that my friends had recommended. And honestly, this has kept me from reading some really awful books. You know, sometimes a book cover looks gorgeous, but the content inside is not really worth your time. Covers not being a factor in my decision making have definitely changed the way I shop. For the better, I would say, definitely for the better. Books are just available all the time, just anytime I want. I finish a book at 2 a.m. I feel like reading some more. Oh, let's just go look and see what I feel like reading. Let's buy it. Yep, we can do that, because the Amazon Kindle store never closes. There's also this one time, this past summer when I was having some boy problems. It was 9 o'clock at night, and I went and bought myself a bottle of wine and came home and watched a violent movie, you know, with guns and car chases and blood and murder. I'm sure like all other girls do. And in the middle of the movie, I decided that I wanted to read a book. Well, because I had too much wine to drink, I couldn't exactly go run to Barnes & Noble, could I? No. So I went to the Kindle store and I bought The Godfather. That's a thing that I did. Another thing that I liked is whenever I go home, you know, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm going to bring this book with me. I'm probably going to finish it, so I'll bring another one. Chances are I'll finish that too. So, you know, I'll bring 3 books. Books kind of tend to get heavy after a while. Right now I'd have to say that I have about 30 on my Kindle, and I can carry around 30 books with me, and this is all I have to carry, nothing more, and just 30 books. 30 books has never been so light. Another thing is space. I just moved in with my aunt after my 4 years in college, and I went from having like an entire house to keep my things to one single room. I just don't have space for books anymore right now. But with your Kindle, you know, you have all the space you want, pretty much. Also moving. Can we talk about moving? I moved out in May, and it was awful. It was awful. Horrible. There was no way I was moving all of those books and carrying them and putting them in boxes. No way. It would have been impossible. Impossible. Wasn't going to do it. Wasn't even going to try. I know I'm going to be moving in the future. This is definitely a temporary place for me, and I'm probably going to be moving multiple times. No, I'm not. Just imagining carrying hundreds of books around just sounds awful and disastrous, and I can't do that. I won't do it. I refuse to do that. Also, you can think about all the trees you're saving. Hey, trees! There are some disadvantages to an e-reader. One of the things is that not all books convert well to e-readers. Another problem is that I don't have pretty shelves, which is really sad, because in College Station I just had shelves of books, and my friends would come over and scan them and be like, oh, that looks good, what's that one about? Or I've heard good things about this one, have you read it yet? And you know, we'd be able to have a nice little discussion. But, you know, that doesn't happen anymore because I can't have all my books that I've read on my shelf. Another thing is that you can't loan your books to everyone. I know some people have a hard time lending their books to people, and I'm really not one of those people. If I see a good book, I'm like, you should read this. Here, borrow it. It's so good. But that's not really something you can do with ebooks. You can loan some books, but not all of them. One of the things that I am doing, though, because I do love books so much, is I have a category on Goodreads called To Purchase. And my plan is that whenever I'm older and I have a house and I have a shelf and I have space to actually put books, I will go through and buy the books that I have on my to purchase list. I would definitely recommend buying an e-reader. I think it's a great investment, and it's definitely going to save me from hauling truckloads of books around in the future. Bye! Dun dun dun. Nope.